Recording. Okay. Hello, everyone. This is Judy Davidson with Franchoice, and I have a guest with me today, Eric Roberts from Atlanta, Georgia. And Eric just opened up his fitness studio. Opening a fitness studio during a pandemic. Are you nuts?
I think I am actually.
Well, first we have to celebrate. Yay!
Yeah,
Yay! Woohoo! Opening up.
fantastic.
This has been what, about a year in the making?
Yeah, about
People,
a year.
little backstory. You and I started working together. You were referred to me by a mutual friend, and it was like fall of 2019.
Yeah,
You were
October.
awarded the fitness franchise January of last year, January of 2020, and then the pandemic hit. Everyone knows what happened there, but you didn't let that deter you.
Nope,
You know,
nope.
you still, I mean, there were a couple months where you really couldn't do anything. You couldn't look at locations or anything for a couple months. But why don't you kind of, maybe give the folks a little background of, I think a good place to start is why? Why did you want to own a business?
So in October of 2019, got laid off from a company that I've been working for about 10 years, and I've been about 30 years, 25 to 30 years. I try to say 25 because it doesn't sound as old. But 25 to 30 years in the corporate world. And when I got laid off, it was, am I going to go start looking for another job? My wife and I have done well for ourselves, and we felt, I'm lucky to have such support from her. And I said, wait a minute, what am I going to do, with the rest of my life at 52? Is this something? And I'd always talked about owning my own business. And she looked me in the eye and she said, then why don't you do that? And I said, well, let me look into it. And got connected via our mutual friend. And to make a very long story short, really fell in love with the idea, talked to him about what he had done. And my whole thought process is that I was not going to just do this, and that was the only thing I was going to do, is own this business. I wanted to get back into the corporate world. And talking to you specifically, talked about semi-absentee franchising, and our friend had also said the same thing, and I thought, is that really real? And so far it has been, and I'm fully employed. Luckily, got a job during the period, and then just started this up. But I fell in love with the exercise coach with the franchise that I chose, because of the fact that I'm 52 and the message and the mission fit with me. And that was very important. It wasn't just about owning a business for me. It was about my life. It was something I wanted to sell, something that I really believed in. And I started as a customer before I actually bought into it and fell in love with it. So
Yeah.
that's what got me there. And, always wanted to have my income come from multiple sources, other than just from a corporate world. And with, yeah, exactly. So that's how I got into it. And you were very good about getting me started and really presenting all of those choices. And I was truly grateful. And it was interesting because I said no food service, and you still presented that to me because you felt like, hey, I really want to give you some choices here. I know you said no food service, but this is different. And, it was really interesting because I actually, if you remember, I almost bought into the food service one.
Yeah, this was it was a unique concept.
Yeah. And so
higher profit margins, simpler business model.
Yeah. And I appreciated your willingness to not just listen to me, but to see kind of where I was to help me get to where I needed to be. So that was a huge help.
People to put the product or service aside. Let's build and design your business model based on characteristics that are important to you.
Yep.
So, and then I do my research from our pre-screened, franchises, and you were looking at food, fitness, and it was a hair concept.
Haircut place. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because growth was important to you, and you went through the process beautifully, gold star, and then narrowed it down to the exercise coach, which you only opened it up 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, so we obviously, thank God I'm finally open. I was,
also it's important to let people know you started your new job.
Yeah. In the middle of January the 15th was when I started my new job.
And you
in the middle of on February the 3rd. Yeah.
Yeah, like 2 weeks later. So you are working full time in a new job at the same time, opening up your fitness studio, which is just incredible.
Yep.
And so maybe tell people a little bit I know the first 2 weeks, actually the first couple months with anything, you're
Yeah.
learning anything new, you're going to be spending more time in it, but it's only been 2 weeks. And I think you already said that you were spending less and less time.
Yeah, because I've gotten, or like today, I said it's starting to feel normal, starting to feel routine in a good way, and it's really about hiring the right people. I cannot stress enough spending the money and the time and the effort necessary to get the right people in your facility. And it's not about you need to pay them 100 grand. That's not it. This is not what it's about at all. I probably went through 60 people to get to the
Wow.
3 people that I hired.
Yeah, you have three
Now,
employees, which is relatively low for a location-based business to have
yep.
only 3 employees.
And I started off with 4. Ultimately, one didn't work out, but the 3 that I have are all full time. They're an amazing team, and we're converting literally 65 to 70% of people that walk in the door, which is just
That's incredible.
unheard of. Yeah, I'm so excited about that. And that really says a lot about them and the prep that we went through. We took
Right.
3 months to really get the right people in there. So,
Yeah. And the
absolutely.
training.
Yeah, the training that we went through, we took 2 of them with us to the training. And then the third one, we basically came straight back from the training and then started to train that person. So it was really a good refresher for the guys and ladies that just left training, because they had to train somebody and get them ready. And it was good prep for them for the workouts that they were going to have to coach, a couple of weeks into it. So, and I'm a customer of the exercise coach as well. And so they have to come in and coach me. And I'm a very difficult person to coach because I'm giving them feedback as they're giving it. And it's funny, Chris told me yesterday, he's like, would you just stop talking so that we can actually coach you? And I started laughing and I said, okay. He said, I actually know what I'm doing. And we were laughing about it, but it's a great environment. They have fun at work. And when people come in, they don't feel like they're in a gym. They feel like they're in a studio. They feel like they're in a spa.
It looks
And
beautiful. And it's
yeah, thank
a
you.
relatively small footprint too. What's the square
Yeah,
footage?
about the total is 1,400, but literally the studio workout facility is less than 1,000 square feet. It's like 900 square feet, and we've got 7 machines, and we're COVID safe. And it's really about the spacing and getting that right.
Mm-hmm.
And we spent time with an architect to make sure that things fit properly, and we move things around, and we're really able to maximize the space for it. But you absolutely can do this and work at the same time. Yes, you have to dedicate yourself the first couple of months to say there's gonna be some long nights, and even before you open. But I work with, or I've been friends with some others that are in this same thing, and they're spending maybe 10 hours a week now, and they've been open for a year of just doing some things because they've got the right people in place. So,
Look, I know we're coming up at, I think you have a Zoom call with your boss coming
yep.
up here anytime now. But, in summary, if people want to learn more, obviously give me a call. I'll give you more information about the exercise coach, investment levels, if it's available in your territory. Also, what's unique is that it's one-on-one fitness personalized training on these exerbotic
Yeah.
machines, which allows you to get the same workout that would normally take you an hour in 20 minutes,
Yep.
all through this technology, which is fantastic. So in summary, are you glad you did it? Would you do it again? Would you recommend it to a friend? What's up? What's next?
Yeah, truly. I was skeptical walking into this saying, well, where's this franchise consultant? And Judy, it was amazing the journey that you took me on, because I think not only did I make a friend, but I also had somebody that really cared about what was going on. It wasn't that it was trying to be sold. And yes, you have to dedicate yourself to say, once you've made that choice, you're going to have 1,000 doubts, but the support that people like yourself bring, and the franchise, I would say the franchise you work with, make sure they have good infrastructure to support you. And that'll be very apparent up front. And it is just amazing because everybody's working for your success. They want you to succeed as much as you want to succeed, because it just doesn't work well if you don't. And, so for me, I've made a lot of friends, gotten a lot of what I call new work family members. And it's a lot different than the corporate world because of the fact that I love the work that I do in the corporate world, but this is mine. This is mine and my wife's, and this is for the rest of our life. And it's something that we enjoy doing, and we've made a lot of connections, and it's been fun. So yes, I would say do it and work with Judy. Work with Judy. So she's awesome. So
Thanks, Eric. I appreciate it. I know you have to go.
yep.
So I'll call you later.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a great
Okay.
rest of the day, and we'll talk to you
Bye.
later.